y'all, it's BRIJOURNAL. Welcome to my channel if you're new. Today I'm going to be doing a video on how to become your best financial self for the new year. So I'm really excited to do this. I have my MBA and I also have spending a problem, but I have goals for myself that I really want to implement and tell you guys about because I also have really good saving habits. I just have not been consistent with them these past couple of years. But I'm going to share my tips that I have for myself as well as what things I can share with you guys that you might not know. So let's go ahead and get into today's video. The first step is to track how much money you spend in a month. I have a planner that has an annual savings sheet as well as a monthly savings sheet. So in the monthly savings sheet, I'm going to write down all the bills that I have. I'm going to go through all of my credit cards, all of my debit cards, and try to write down all the things that come out every single month. I might find some things that I might not even know that I have a subscription to, and so that can be a time where I can go ahead and end those subscriptions that I don't use or that I no longer need, and just be able to track down all of my expenses that I have for the month that I need to pay. And what you're going to do after that is total that out. From there, you're going to find the total for all of your expenses for the month and subtract that from your income that you get from the month, and whatever is left you can use for savings as well as spending for the month. So I personally like to have one paycheck for saving and then the other check for my bills, and whatever is left I will use for expenses. My next step is to create an annual savings plan. Like I said, my planner has an annual savings sheet on there, so I'm able to write down all my expenses for the month and then figure out from each month what amount I'm going to be able to put into my savings account. I am going to be realistic with myself because every single month I'm not going to save realistically. So my boyfriend's month I am not going to save because I have my car note and I have his birthday, so that's out. For my month I'm not going to save because I want to get myself a birthday gift, and for December I'm not going to save because it's Christmas time, it's my parents' birthday, and I usually get gifts for everyone and myself, and so I just don't have any savings realistically. So just be really realistic with yourself for the amount that you're going to save, and it might be some months that you are not going to be able to save anything because things happen or certain things that you know of are going to come up. The next tip to becoming your best financial self is to actually reward yourself for the small accomplishments that you make throughout the year or within the month. So if you're able to save for the whole entire month the amount that you need to, and you have a little bit of money left over, go ahead and buy yourself some pizza, some Wingstop. Go ahead and buy that purse that you wanted that's within your budget, and that way you do not have a negative type of thought process when it comes to saving, because it's more of a lifestyle thing and not so much of a strict, oh I just can't buy myself anything type of lifestyle for yourself. My next tip is super important. It's really going to help you to actually save your money, as well as not only that but get money in return. So please open a high yield savings account. I'm going to have my referral link down below to what I use for my high yield savings account. I use Discover personally. I compared it to the other banks. It just made more sense to me. It had a really good percentage as well as no annual charges. So I'm going to have that link down below for you guys. But if you don't know, a high yield savings account is a savings account where you are able to get an interest back on the money that you put in. So if you have about $10,000 in the savings account, you'll probably get about $100 to $200 out of the month. So yeah, that's free money that you could be leaving on the table if you are using just a regular savings account. With my regular bank, if I use their savings account, I will only get about 50 cents a month from the interest that I put into my savings. So just comparing the two, 50 cents versus $100 a month just for adding money in that you're going to do anyway is a win-win to me. So please look into opening a high yield savings account. It's really going to help you to get extra money in, and you do not have to even do anything. My next tip, I suggest that you guys do not use those payment apps. No Afterpay, no, none of that. Just if you're not able to buy it then and there, you most likely don't need it. Please try to save your money for the item that you want, because those Afterpay, yeah, it seems good not having to pay right then and there, just $20 payments for 3 months, but over time, if you keep buying certain things, it's going to keep racking up and you're going to go over your budget most likely. So I suggest not using those payment apps because it's going to help you to not overspend, because you're not going to have an idea of what things you're buying because you keep buying half payments on things and they're just going to rack up. I know it sounds good, but I don't think it's good, y'all. My new favorite tip that I've been using this year is to actually use my wish list. I know wish lists are usually used for like the holidays or things like that, but actually use a wish list throughout the year to stop impulse shopping. I've started doing that recently, and it really has helped me a lot to not buy things impulsively that I see on TikTok, because y'all know TikTok really can influence you. It influences me a lot. So I use my wish list to really help me write down the things that I want, and a couple of weeks later I look back and I'm like, I honestly don't even want that anymore. So it really saves me a lot of money to not get things that I'm eventually going to give away in the longer run. So for my next tip, like I was letting you guys know earlier, you really need to know your expenses, but you also really need to know how much you are spending on other things, like for your groceries, for your gas, for these small things that you buy on Amazon or, you know, eBay, whatever the case may be, Target, all those things. You really need to write down those. You can track your spending on that and make sure that you are within your budget for the spending amount that you have put for yourself for the month. So if you write down every time you go to Target and you see, okay, I'm almost out of my spending money, that really can help you to either decide, okay, I need to return something, or say I do not need to leave the house for the rest of the month because I'm just overspending and I'm buying things that I do not even need. Up next, quality over quantity. Really invest in high quality items. I know we love Shein, we love Pretty Little Thing, we love all those things, but really invest in quality items from them. I love to get their home things as well as some of their shoes. Honestly, I realized that I don't really like their purses. I would get them and then end up never wearing them. So just with trial and error, but at the same time, try to keep in mind the things that you will actually use. And even if you do shop on Shein or Pretty Little Thing like I do myself, I realized that I really need to look into the material, see what is in the product that you're buying. If it is all polyester, if it is all, you know, silicone and just crazy cheap material, then you most likely do not need to get it because it's not going to last and you're just going to end up throwing it away or having to give it away. So with investing in quality things, really pay attention to the material of what's in it. And even with like high brands like Aloe, I heard that they have pretty cheap materials, so really look into it. Research on the items that you are putting your money into. For my second to last step, it is to, I know you guys don't want to hear this, but uninstall those apps that are getting you guys in trouble. I know I'm going to uninstall Amazon as soon as the holiday season is over, as well as Shein, because I realize that when I'm bored, I just go on there and I just scroll for things that I can buy, and that is really not good. So I'm going to go ahead and delete those apps because it's getting me in trouble. It's making me spend money I don't want to spend. It's not them, it's me, but you get what I mean. It's no good. I need to delete the apps and just live my life, because having it on my phone is just causing me money that it's causing me problems I don't need. I'm just spending too much money with it. So for my last tip to become your best financial self for the new year, it is to find ways to incorporate income into your lifestyle. So whether that be doing DoorDash on the side, doing content on YouTube, on TikTok, or becoming a part of their program, or making an Etsy shop, just find some way to make a little bit of extra income. It doesn't have to be a lot of income, but just some type of income to where it can help you with the things that you want throughout the month of your expenses. So those are all of my tips to become your best financial self for the year 2025. I hope you guys enjoyed it and it was really helpful. If you have any other tips that I haven't mentioned, then please go ahead and leave them down below in the comments to help everybody out, myself included. Go ahead and give this video a thumbs up to help with the algorithm so that other people can see this video and benefit from it. And if you're not subscribed, then go ahead and subscribe to my channel, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.